1. Hello everyone. Welcome to Ed Talk TV, Conversations Worth Having. I hope you are having a fantastic day. It is beautiful in my neck of the woods. How about you? Even if you're watching the replay, let me know how your day is going. If this is your first time joining, welcome. Let me give you a quick rundown. I'm your host, Ed Troxel. I help you take your ideas, turn them into income, and guide you through the tech. This is a business talk show. We talk about business, tech, and the user experience. We cover a lot on this show. We go live Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on the Facebook page. You might be watching me, though, over on my website, which is great. That's fine. At least you know where I'm at. And you might even be watching me on YouTube, which is awesome. Cool. Just so you know, we do go live, though, on Facebook on those days, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are going to have a guest today. What? We've been having guests left and right, and I love that. You might be wondering, how can you become a guest? Or what is this whole thing about becoming a guest? Well, for this show, I encourage you to go over to checkwithed.com after this. Not right now, because you want to stay here for the broadcast. But after this, go to checkwithed.com, and there you can find the shows tab, and then be able to click on Ed Talk TV. There'll be a guest request form there. You don't have to have an X amount of followers. It's really about you being able to show up, deliver, and engage with my audience here. And it allows you to get more exposure and helps everyone out. So be sure to do that. Hey, Erica and Tina, welcome everyone jumping in. Be sure, if this is your first time tuning in, or maybe you just haven't done this yet, be sure to not only like and follow and see first my page. I know there's a lot of action steps there. That's how Facebook gets us, right? You want to make sure you do all of those in order to keep up with the episodes. But I have a better idea. You can do that. Go ahead. You can do that. That's fine. But what I want you to do is, when you're over at checkwithed.com later, join my email list. Go ahead and do that today, because today's Thursday, and I send out my newsletter on Fridays. So you want to do it today, because tomorrow is going to be a fully loaded one, and you're going to want to be able to get that. So make sure to sign up for that. It's free, and you get one email a week. You actually get a welcome series. Also, it's just a short series where I help teach you a few things about business. And so that's kind of included with some templates for you. But most importantly, Friday emails go out for the newsletter. It's a weekly recap, and then you get all the episodes of Ed Talk TV right in your inbox, so you don't have to worry about where to find them or all that stuff. So there's that. Welcome, Whitney. Hello. So throughout the broadcast, I will encourage you, whether you're new or a returning audience member. I've been watching talk shows this morning, as you can tell. I want you to make sure to comment. Of course, you can always like and share and tag your friends. That's not going to hurt anybody, and that's definitely encouraged. But I really want you to comment, even if you're watching the replay, because it's so important for me to be able to know who was out there watching this and what kind of an impact I'm making. And then it's also important for you to be able to show up, deliver, and engage, because that's how people are going to recognize you. That's how they're going to be curious about you. The more you can give in your comment, the better, because that's what's going to create that curiosity marketing, and that's where people are going to start to follow you and see what's going on over on your page or your profile. So keep that in mind. Now, before we bring on our guest today, I'm going to do a couple things of random news, and then we'll jump into today's content. I got some good ones today. Let's see if I can pop over the screen here. There we go. So for those who are interested in McDonald's, I am definitely not. McDonald's is not my thing. But if you are, then you want to make sure to check this out, because this is what's going on. They are now having where you can get free fries, medium fries, every Friday until December 30th. How crazy is that? For free. Of course, there's always a catch. You have to be able to buy something of interest there, because they're not just going to give anybody that shows up free fries. But, at least you get that. Now, I'm the health nut, so I'm going to say, go easy on those fries. I know they're free, and I know they're addicting, but go easy on them, okay? But what do you guys think? Even if you're watching the replay, what do you think of having this free French fries, medium order, I should say, every Friday until December 30th. What do you guys think about that? Is that going to bring you to McDonald's more? I'm just curious. In other news, food related, did you know tomorrow is National Lollipop Day? Yeah, check it out. Tomorrow, See's Candy is going to be celebrating, I should say, National Lollipop Day. And they have their 4 flavors: chocolate, butterscotch, cafe latte, and vanilla. Anybody ready for that deal? Are you guys like, yes, please? And how many of you guys actually enjoy these flavors? Notice that they only have 4 flavors. Anybody curious about that? Anybody wondering why? I think it's very interesting that they've only got 4 flavors. They don't have every flavor under the sun. They just have the 4. Hey, Rhonda, welcome. There's a holiday for absolutely everything. I know. You know, we got to figure out what's the Ed holiday. What's Ed's holiday? We got to figure that out. That's got to be a team effort, and we got to figure that out. It's got to be on a good day. Like, I don't even know what we would celebrate, but we got to do that because I think that would be fun. So there's that one for you. And then, after you have those French fries and those lollipops, why not work off all of that goodness with some skating? Let's take a look. I'm not going to play the music because I don't want to get in trouble, but look at how awesome this is. You are never too old to skate. You are never too old to do anything. And watching this makes me so happy and makes me want to go to the skating rink because I need to practice my moves because that is not something I can do, I don't think. But I would love to take on that challenge because they look like they're having a blast. And look how smooth, in and out, in and out. I'm like, get down. So there's that. I'm a little jealous, as you guys can tell right now. But it's all good. That was a great moment. So I appreciate the Smooth Groove Skaters Association for posting that on Facebook. So then I could see that in my newsfeed. So if this is your first time, let me know, even if you're watching the replay. We are going to switch over to our guest. I'm going to bring them on. This is my favorite part of the show because I get to call them. And if you've never seen this before, it's fun. We have a little background music. I'm going to go ahead and switch my screen over and make sure that that flips. And then let's hope all of our tech works. And here we go. Boom, 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 boom. I got to get better at that. Oh, we have audio. I can hear that. Go ahead and mute your Facebook Live, Tina. And make sure that flips, and then let's hope all of our tech works. It will be a little delay. Perfect. Okay, cool. Go ahead and mute your your Facebook.
Okay.
Go ahead and mute your Facebook Live. Perfect. There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Okay, let me take my headset off because I can't hear you.
Okay. Sounds good. Perfect.
Okay, great. Let me turn my volume up.
There we go. Awesome. So this is exciting. I'm super happy to have you here. And go ahead and introduce yourself to our audience and let them know who you are and what you do.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. My name is Tina Greer of Greer Business Solutions Coaching and Consulting Services, where we work with small business owners and entrepreneurs, teaching them how to bid and win government contracts. And I'm excited to be here today.
That is so cool. And I am really excited about this topic because I don't know about you guys watching or listening. A lot of you guys listen to this on audio. I don't know about you guys, but I am so curious about this government grant thing because just like when I was in college, I wasn't really aware of a lot of these grants, even though there's a ton out there, at least for school-wise, there's a ton out there, but it's like, where do you start? What do you look for? Where do you go with it? So I didn't even know about the business ones, so I'm excited.
Yes, I mean, it's a lot of individuals that are not aware of the opportunities that are available, especially for small business owners, really based upon your skill set.
Yes.
all you need to do is that, whatever your company provides or the skill set that you provide, and you can actually map that to what the government uses, what is called NACE codes, which is a numbering system that identifies skill sets.
Oh, wow.
And that is how you're able to search for opportunities in the federal procurement space.
Okay.
So there is a lot of opportunities. It's the government contracting industry is actually $1 trillion industry.
Woo.
So it is a really good opportunity for you to make millions. It's really untapped for a lot of small business owners because they're not informed
Okay.
and they don't understand the process in order to become a federal government contractor, and also the process of bidding and being strategic
Oh.
as it relates to bidding on solicitations.
Yeah, that's crazy. How many of you guys watching or listening are like, yes, please, I would like to collect some of that payday? Uh,
It's another revenue stream. It really is.
yeah. And so, okay, so where do we start, or how do we get to the next stage of this? Because now you've sparked our interest.
Okay, awesome, awesome. The federal procurement process can be very complex, but you have to start with the initial stages of registering to become a federal government contractor. So there is a series of steps and information that you need to provide in order to do so, to register in the federal procurement portal called SAM, System for Award Management.
Nice. Okay. And is it just SAM?
SAM.gov.
Perfect.
And also with that, once you go in there, it's a lot of information out there, but I have been able, through my coaching and training courses, develop a program that walks you step by step, almost like a DIY
Yeah.
type situation, where you know exactly the information you're going to need in order to complete the registration process for approval.
That is good, because that I know from trademarking, doing a couple trademarks, it can be very challenging to just look at a government website, let alone trying to file something, and it just gets crazy. You get lost in the
Yes,
words and the bold and the red, and it just gets
yes.
nuts.
Yes, a lot of paperwork, but through my approach, we go step by step in teaching you, okay, this is what you need to do. This is the information you need to have, so on and so forth. So it makes it more, you can expedite that process
Sure.
as you're registering. And that's just the beginning. You have to register in order to bid. So once that's approved, then you're able to go in and bid on opportunities based upon your skill set, which correlates to your NACE codes and the
Oh,
agencies.
that's cool.
For example, Department of the Army, Department of Defense, Health and Human Services, all these different cabinets, departments that just think about this, especially for individuals that are in the private industry.
Yeah.
The government is the largest purchaser of goods and services. Okay?
Yeah.
So they buy everything. And someone has to sell them those products and services, correct?
Right.
So just think about it, from toilet paper all the way to space shuttle equipment. The government is buying everything.
Yeah.
So this is really an untapped market for a lot of small business owners, and there's federal mandates that have been put in place in order to allow small business owners to level the playing field,
Okay.
meaning that the large companies are not the only ones that can get a piece of this money.
Nice.
Again, it is $1 trillion industry, and
Yeah.
these are contractors are being awarded multi-million-dollar contracts.
Wow.
So what if your company can provide, let's say, a certain element of a niche of a scope of work
Yeah.
that the government needs to be for someone to perform that work,
Right.
IT, web design, and you have that skill set. You, as a small business owner, can possibly subcontract to a larger, more established contractor to do that piece of work. That could be worth a lot of money. So I'm just giving you a little bit of an example of the opportunities that are out there for you and I, and
Right.
for others that want to enter into this industry and create an additional revenue stream by bidding on government contracts.
Wow, that is amazing. And my head, I'm already thinking it's kind of like, it seems like the process might be similar to what maybe a lot of entrepreneurs and small business owners are familiar with, kind of Fiverr or Upwork, where you kind of have to search for things that you're looking for and maybe even bid in certain spots. Is it kind of like a system like that?
Right. It's a competitive process. And what I teach competitive bidding,
Oh, okay.
meaning that the government, there's criteria.
Yeah.
You have to know how to bid. There's instructions. They give you instructions. You have to, have your pricing strategy,
Yep.
because you want to make money, right?
Right.
So
Right.
you got to know how to price it right. There's so many different nuances to the procurement process
Sure.
that a person or a company should be aware of. And that is where I come in and provide that training for individuals and companies.
Yes, and that's the important part, you guys. Whatever you're doing in your business, this is the important part, is to know that, okay, there's an opportunity here to make some money, right? Money's not just going to be handed to you. You have to do the work. In this case,
Right.
you would have to hire, or you should hire, an expert like Tina to be able to help you get to that next level. Yes, there's costs associated with that, but it's costs that you're going to get back and then some once you get to the next level, right? And to break that down even more, it's the same thing when we're looking at, let's say, a website. If you are going to be in business, you have to have a website. But then you say, oh, I can't afford to hire anybody because it's too expensive. Like, I'll tell you guys right now, when I do website packages, my highest one is $2,500. Hey Ed members get discounts on that, but let's just go with the full price, $2,500. That gets you a digital store and a full-blown website on WordPress, and you're set up, and you can do whatever you want with it later. You can grow into it, right? Even if you're not ready for that much. But up front, it's a lot of money, you think, $2,500. But you don't realize that that's actually not that much for a website, number one. Number two, you have a digital store built in that has no monthly fees, no Shopify fees, none of this, other service fees, where you can then sell any product you want, your PDFs, your video trainings, whatever, at whatever price, and then you get that money all back. And then some, so it's the same idea when we are working on our business and we want to get to the next level. We have to be okay with spending the money towards whatever program, service, provider, whatever we need to get us to the next level. That's what we have to do as business owners. So yes, we're all on a budget. Yes, money's always going to be tight, but understand that when you do your research and you see the connection, like we're just talking about here, you're going to know that that money is what you have to put forward in order to get more back later.
That is so true, Ed. I mean, in order to go to the next level, you have to know that you have to invest in yourself. I tell my colleagues and my clients all the time, and they know, because you only can get so much information for free.
Yep.
Free 99.
Yep.
But in order to take it to the next level, when you have an expert that have over 20 plus years of experience in the government contracting industry that have worked on multi-million-dollar proposals.
Right.
Wouldn't it be amazing I've seen corporations win these proposals. I feel at this point in my career, it's time for the small business owner to get a piece of the pie.
Yeah.
Meaning that instead of me pouring my energies out and my intellectual capital out to large corporations, I am ready to and am currently pursuing sharing that information with small business owners and entrepreneurs who want to enter into the government market.
Yeah.
Also the ones who are already there, but they just don't understand or don't know how to put all the pieces together. Because at times it can be very complex depending upon what you're doing, what services or products that you're providing.
Sure.
But through my training, my coaching programs and mentoring programs, I'm able to help individuals walk them through that process in order to be successful.
Well, yeah, and you made a great point there too, that whether they're just starting or they've already started. Because I know a lot of you guys are watching and listening right now, and you're like, oh, well, I already started my business, so whatever examples you guys have just shared, it doesn't really matter because I've already started my business. And it's like, no, pump the brakes, because it does matter, because even if you've already started, whether you're 2 years, 5 years, 20 years in business, you can still learn a thing or two. And if this is not your specialty, your expertise, you still need help. Like, that's the thing. Like, I will use me as an example. I went through and did my own trademark. I've done 2. I have the third one in the works, and I've done that on my own. Okay, I will tell you guys, while it can somewhat be easy, somewhat, you really got to study and really got to pay attention. Like, no distractions, and really understand the website, which is complicated. But I've been able to do that, right? But I did that because I had cut out the time and made sure that that was something I wanted to learn for myself. But I will tell you, doing something like this, there's no way I want to spend that time doing it myself. That stress and going through and trying to figure out all these other things in my business. Like, I am going to be like, what's going on? Here's what I would like to do. Fix it for me. Like, get me to where I need to be, because it's just not, you can't do that. You have other things that you need to be doing in your business.
Exactly. And it's all about systems and processes.
Yes.
Whether it be the government industry or the commercial private industry, you have to have a system in order to be able to do what you need to do. Because again, time is money. Either you're going to pay someone or you're going to spend the time trying to figure it out. So, it just really depends, but it's all about education too, because I'm really an advocate for educating individuals and empowering them, showing them so they know how themselves. It's okay to hire out when you don't know, but then if you're stuck, you don't want to be in a position where you're stuck and you're sitting on top of a gold mine.
Right.
Literally, you're sitting on top of a gold mine because you're a small business owner. You might be a minority business owner. You might be in a hub zone location, a woman-owned small business. There are certain contracts that are set aside just for you. And it is so important that people are aware of the money that's being left on the table just because they're afraid to move forward.
Yes,
or just don't know.
And that's the thing. I know for me, and I know some of you guys are commenting that it's one of those things where, like, our mind is blown. Like, it's like, what? All of this is happening? We didn't even know. And and it's one of those things, like, I mean, one, that's why you guys tune in to shows like this, so that way you can learn for free this part of it, right? Like, this is where those freebies, the blog, the Facebook Lives, those are your free things, but those only take you so far, like Tina was talking about. Then you have to figure out what the next level is, and then you have to make sure that you have your systems and processes in place to understand, like, this topic right now may not be on your specific to-do list next, because let's say maybe you're literally still getting your pricing structure together and you're getting your business set up or whatever. But put it on your list and remind yourself, so that way when it does come up in the next few months, weeks, whatever your timeline is, you just don't want to forget about things like this. That's my point, is you want to make sure you're aware of this and put it in that spot where you can see it and remember to come back to it when you are ready. For those, because I know some of you might be like, this is awesome, I'm just not there yet. Keep this in mind, because you don't want to forget this.
Exactly. And the thing about it is too, it took a long time for me to learn and to be at the level that I'm in, as far as my expertise. So it's not like you're going to be the expert overnight.
Right.
It's okay. One of the things that I'm doing is that I have a mentoring program. It's by application only, but it's for those individuals that are serious, that are really want to make a dent in this money that's out there and get a piece of the pie. And so I'm actually walking through the process with individuals in the mentoring program to teach them what I know, step by step, what to avoid, to save time, learn the systems, learn the processes, create your strategy.
Yes.
in bidding on contracts. So it's a wealth of information. So I want to make sure that no one gets overwhelmed,
Right.
especially being new to this industry.
Yeah.
So there is programs in place for individuals just like that.
I love that. And Mindy just asked, is it a fiscal year thing, like bids go out at certain times? If that makes
No,
sense?
it's at any time. When
Okay.
any agency within the federal procurement process needs something, they put a solicitation out. Let me just kind of put it in perspective.
Yeah.
There are over 30,000 solicitations available in the federal procurement space on a daily basis.
Oh my
Okay?
goodness.
30,000.
Woo!
Again, look at these agencies are just like, if you want to correlate it to a commercial world,
Yeah.
they're like treat them like different separate companies that need services. They need somebody to do the work. So they're going to put a request out there saying, hey, I need someone to come in and do training and development. Hey, I need someone to do logistics, tech software. These agencies are putting this request in a portal
Right.
nationwide. Okay? So you can actually go to fbo.gov, FBO, B as in boy, .gov, and look at opportunities that are out there. It's over 30,000 on a daily basis.
Woo!
But historically, even though there's a mandate for small business owners to get a piece of that pie, a lot of opportunities are going away because they don't have enough small business owners bidding on contracts.
Sure.
So in essence, if a large prime can't sub to a smaller company because they just don't have the availability, they're not out there,
Right.
what do? They eat up that piece of work and say, hey, we can't find anybody to do the work. So we'll absorb it in our company.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying as far as opportunities
Right.
out there?
Wow. Everyone's like, I'm glad I just registered, and this is 30,000 a day. Yeah, it's crazy. This is like,
So it's opportunities.
yeah, and that's the beauty of it too, you guys, is there are so many opportunities for all of us out there. We just need to look a little deeper. We need to do research. We need to talk. We need to have these conversations, right? Because
Right.
this is what gets us our wheels spinning, and we can understand, like, oh, maybe I don't have to create endless amounts of content to push out on Facebook or social media and pray and hope that something catches somebody for my $5 ebook and I'm not dissing that. I'm just saying, like,
Right.
we get in that easy hustle of making those things, spending a ton of time doing that, where we might be missing out on these bigger projects that we want to actually do, that actually brings us more money, that saves us more time.
Exactly. So everything that we're discussing today is all about positioning yourself. You want to be that go-to person, that go-to company where companies are looking for you to perform the work.
Yeah.
But in order to even begin to do that, you first must be registered in the system
Right.
and then learn the process to position yourself to win.
That is so cool. And I'm thinking of, like, I already know, like, in terms of what you were saying, how it goes into a database and then it pushes out nationwide. There's a user experience website that I'm a part of that does similar things, where companies will put in what they're looking for, and then they ping you, and then you can take a little quiz to figure out if you're the right person or not. And then if
Exactly.
so, you go to the next level.
Exactly. You can be on a watch list.
I like
And
that.
notifications, you can be watching the effort to see how, when is it coming out, or who's, when is the final solicitation or anything, or is it, or if it's already out, you can be put on a watch list so you'll get an email notification when anything changes on that solicitation.
I like
So,
that.
I mean, yeah, that's great.
Janae says, what certifications are needed on a federal level? The SWAM and micro business certification was emphasized at recent workshop I went to, but I was told that certifications needed vary across states.
Right. In the federal level, as a small business owner, definitely for her, Janae, I'm looking at now for Janae, a woman-owned small business certified. You can do a self-certification for that.
Okay.
And depending upon the location or place of your office,
Right.
if it's in a hub zone, then you can go ahead and register to be a hub zone,
Yeah.
which there are certain benefits for that. If you are a veteran, served in the military,
Yeah.
you can register as a veteran-owned small business. There's disadvantaged business. So there's a lot of different certification types.
Sure.
But I want to make clear that, and that's at the federal procurement level, at the state and local level, there are different certifications, even based on counties. It really
Oh, okay.
depends on your state.
Yeah.
For instance, in the state of Georgia, your MBE, Minority Business Enterprise, for the state of Georgia,
Okay.
or DBE, Disadvantaged Business Enterprise. And again, DBE, like for example, for the state of Georgia, that only means that you make less than $1 million
Okay.
to qualify as a DBE.
I'm like,
But
what about, I think California
okay.
should have that too. I'm like, all of us in California could qualify for that, I'm sure.
So California has its own types of certifications as
Sure.
well at the state and local level.
Yeah. That is crazy.
But I wanted to make sure that everyone knows, in regards to the federal procurement, you do not have to be certified in anything in order to win a contract. You just need to be registered in the system. You could be just a regular old small business. You do not have to have some type of, being disadvantaged or, minority status.
Right.
You could just be a regular small business and still win contracts.
I like that. And does it cost money to be registered?
No, registration is free.
What? Oh man, yes. You guys. How many of you guys even watching the replay?
Registration is free, but if you want someone to walk you through it, then you have companies, third-party companies that would charge.
Right. Yeah, that is awesome. And what is a hub zone? Because I know that a couple of people were asking about it. I'm like thinking hub zone. I'm like, where's the boombox? People are like hanging out, just getting down with business. What's a hub zone?
Hub zone basically is for instance, for communities with locations where your office is located in underserved communities.
Oh, okay.
Underserved communities. So maybe a rural area or some low income area, but you have your offices there.
Yeah.
That's a hub zone.
Okay.
So if there's companies that strategically position themselves in those type of rural or underserved communities and put their business there, to generate business, help the economy.
Right.
Then they get certain points or, it just makes them look better.
Yeah.
Certain opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. That makes sense. I like that. Tony's like raising her hand. Yep, me, I'm ready. That is so cool. And oh my gosh, this is like all of us.
Is it an eye opener?
Yeah.
That's why I am trying to inform as many people as I possibly can on the opportunities that exist for small business owners. I really am.
Oh yeah.
That's my mission.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it. And remind me, have you been doing this on your own? Are you doing this full time on your own, or are you still doing the higher government stuff still too?
No, I am full-time entrepreneur.
Nice.
So I am doing this on my own. I walked away from a full-time corporate America.
Yep.
Last year.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. And
so I have a wealth of knowledge. I'm telling you guys.
Well, yeah, especially you guys, for some of you who may be watching this and you're still working a 9-to-5, that's the part where you want to understand that when you are working at a 9-to-5, you may love it and that's fine. And you do entrepreneurship on the side, that's fine. But if your goal is to get out and do your own thing, understand that you can take your knowledge, and if you're not learning much where you're at because you're bored and you don't like it or whatever, like let this motivate you to learn as much as possible while you're there so that then you can take that knowledge with you and apply it wherever you go and understand that that's how you will have street cred, basically. That's how you're going to be able to stand out and share your knowledge more, saying that you were able to do XYZ for how
Mhm.
many years, So keep that in
Right.
mind. It's not just a boring job anymore. It's helping you get to the next level.
Exactly. Exactly.
And Tony was saying, Tina, what do you do? Do you help with the paperwork or identifying projects?
What I do, Tony, because I'm like
Oh
a
yeah,
dual
perfect,
screen here going
perfect.
on. What I do is take you through the process. I have a program where I have a digital product actually just launched it, in which it teaches you and shows you step by step the process to register as a government contractor,
Yeah,
along with information on how to bid on contracts through a
nice.
checklist, pricing templates, and so forth.
Yeah,
Now, with my mentoring program, which is a 12-month program, I take you through the entire procurement process to set
nice.
up your infrastructure in order to bid and win government contracts.
That's awesome. And you guys, don't worry. I'll make sure that she puts her links for all her stuff in the comments, so that way you guys can have it. Because I know that we're all going to be running over there after this.
And yeah, I want to also let everybody know, if I have your permission,
Of course.
I do have a Facebook group where I
Nice.
provide free resources, tips, and nuggets
Awesome.
for
Yes.
individuals that are interested in the government contracting industry.
Love
So
it.
it is, groups. It's called the Blueprint to Winning Government Contracts. That's the name of it. The Blueprint, and it's groups dot bid and win. It was a bid and win contracts, but it's called the Blueprint. If you look up the Blueprint, you'll see my picture.
That is awesome. And you guys will make sure to put that in the
Yeah,
comments as well, so that way you'll have it. Because everyone's going to be like, sign me up, please.
right. And then also, if they want to have a discovery call with me just to kind of see if it's a viable resource for them, they're
Right.
welcome to do that as well.
Look at that, you guys. The blueprint to winning government contracts.
There
Bam!
it is.
Bam! Join. That is awesome. So I want to make sure we still have time, but I want to make sure, did we get through everything you really wanted to cover? Because this is basically your time to shine.
Well, I wanted to let everybody know, for those individuals that are interested in learning the process and really starting with the fundamental foundation of understanding what to do and how to get started. I run into a lot of entrepreneurs that are curious about the government contracting industry, the government industry, and want, but just don't know where to start,
Right.
where to begin. They're already pretty successful in the commercial or private industry, but they want to create another stream of income. So what I've done is created a program, a really quick program for them to get a kickstart in their business.
Nice.
And I'm going to give you the bit.ly link is bit.ly GBS Kickstart Biz. And that you would actually have a pay and play where you would have a system and approach in order for you just to get started
Right.
in this federal procurement process and to
Nice.
become a contractor.
Yeah.
Because you want to have that stream. Again, I'm a firm believer in multiple streams of income. You got to have it in today's society.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's the beautiful thing of being able to be educated. And like you said, that's what I love too, is that you want to help educate people. So it's not just about getting the job today. It's about getting the job, establishing the relationship, and empowering you to go out and do it yourself and learn from your experiences, which is
Exactly.
what I'm all about. And that's what makes us stand out, because we're wanting to make sure we can help as many people as we can.
Exactly. I'm here casting my net,
Yeah.
casting my net, and want to teach you how to fish,
Yeah.
because you're going to be more empowered. And
Right.
then you'll teach someone else.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it, and that's what we all have to be more aware of, especially as business owners, you guys, is we need to make sure it's teamwork. Teamwork equals success. Like I always tell you guys, we all have to help each other out, because why not? Like if we don't, it's going to be awfully lonely. It's going to take us twice as long to get to where we want to
Mhm.
be, and we're just not going to have fun with it. Like it's just going to be boring if we do it by ourselves. So get out there and work with each other and teach each other and be able to take each other to the next level.
Exactly. That's what it's about, empowerment.
Yep. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Tina, for hanging out with us today and opening up our minds, because we are all like, our minds are blown right now.
Again, if you guys have any questions, you can just go to bit.ly, talk with Tina, set up a discovery call. And
Perfect.
it's a complimentary call, 15, 20-minute call. And we can see if the government contracting industry is something that's viable for you.
Nice. Awesome. And if you can later, be sure to drop in your links so that way people will see them there.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Tina, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much, Ed.
All right.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
See you guys. That's what this show's about. That's what this show is about. Conversations worth having. And all of you guys are lucky because you showed up today, right? You showed up. You delivered because you're in the comments. I see you. If you're watching the replay, you need to start showing up in the comments there as well. And you're engaging with each other, with us. Like, this is what I'm talking about. And how many other people do you know that would have loved to listen to this, to have watched this? You can tag them, you can share them, or share this out, but get that word out there, because this is money right here. Money that is waiting for you to tap into it. So be sure to do that, and be sure to check the comments even if you're watching the replay, because that's where, what? The magic happens in the comments. Yes, in the comments. So be sure to check that out, because you got all your links there. And wow, I am just blown away. This was awesome. A couple things to let you know about from my end. After this, you're going to be doing all this searching for Tina's stuff, which is great. Make sure you go to checkwithed.com, though, to sign up for my newsletter if you're not already on the list, because tomorrow I send it out, and you're going to want to be on there. It's a lot of stuff that we covered this week, so you want to be able to get that email. And then while you're over there, you might as well check out Hey Ed. You might as well, because it's for business owners. It's the way that you're going to be able to get the support you need all month long for both your business and your tech. So, you get me even more for a really, really steal heck of a deal. Anyway, I hope that you guys have a great night, and I will see you back here, same time, same place, tomorrow. Until then, here you go. Take care. What is the Hey Ed community? I'll let them tell you.
I'm drawn to this community, Erica, because listen, I'm going to make sure as a business person, I know you are as well, serious business women, we're going to make sure that we're getting the content knowledge we need from the Hey Ed community. But I also want to laugh. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy my workday. And I know I'll get that balance in the Hey Ed community. I know he'll tolerate our tangents.
And I think that's the perfect way to have a really good engaged community. It's a perfect balance of business and fun, you know. And